Hi, everyone. This is Alia here. I am joined by Violet, and she will introduce herself. We are doing the I Am Unique seminar today. It's going to be a wonderful experience, and I'm excited to do this with her.
Yeah, this is amazing. What an opportunity. And as we know, everybody's unique. And this time we'll dive in to know how unique we are. And we have to take advantage of that and be a blessing to the humanity. And thank you, Alia, for being there. Alia is a life coach and founder and chief executive of Sublime Knowledge. And my name is Violet. I'm a life coach, master certified life coach, founder of Unique Journey Life Coach. And why we decided to choose our seminar title is I Am Unique. As you know, everybody is unique in many ways. When you are gone, you are gone. Nobody will replace your void. Nobody will replace your experience, your talents, your everything. So we're gonna learn a lot today, and I want to welcome each one of you. Have a pen, have somewhere to jot down, and we'll have Q&A at the end. So stay tuned. Welcome, Alia.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm excited about this. We're going to go through a few modules, and we're just going to spend some time in understanding who we are. So we start with the first one.
Yes.
And it's who am I? Understanding this very fundamental question, it's a question that every single human being will ask themselves at some point in their life. Who am I really, and why am I here? And it's important for us to understand we're a spiritual being first and foremost. We have a mind, which is our central control system. That's how we control our physical reality, is through the mind. And then we have the physical experience that we experience every day in our life. When we can understand how to control the mind, then we have the opportunity to control the physical experiences.
Sure.
Anything you want to add to that, Violet?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. And okay, this is what will separate us from other organisms and trees, and very unique, having a mind, a spiritual mind. That tree cannot worship, cannot descend. So we are very unique. And if you know who you are, you will act differently. Yeah, I think,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So at Sublime Knowledge, our main focus is to create goals as well as with a unique journey. Their centerpiece is always to create goals in your life. And today we look at goals on multiple levels. We look at goals in love, which is self-love. And it includes mental love as well as spiritual love. If we think about spiritual love, it's already given to you. You've already got a heart that's beating. You've got skin cells that are renewing itself every day. This is autonomous. You're already given that love. You already have the love to heal the body when something goes wrong. So that's love. It's already built into you. Mental love is understanding how to choose the right thoughts in your mind and not getting wrapped up in negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are not going to serve you in life.
Sure.
And then finally, we have relationship and family love. We are always looking to nurture those areas of our life, and they should be goals. So as we're creating goals in self-love, mental love. We're creating to build goals in spiritual love. If we feel a disconnection that exists there, that should be a goal as well. And then finally, into our relationships and our family, love is always the driving force and the factor that's there. And then eventually spilling out into friends and community.
Yeah.
Does anything you want to add?
Yeah, is if you love something, you love somebody, you will create time. And you cannot create time if you don't have goals.
Yes.
So this is what I'm seeing. Love is, self-love. And if you forget to love yourself, it's easy to forget everything.
Yep.
Family, relationship, when the community, you just don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when your cup is full, when you have the self-love and your cup is full, then it can spill out and spill out into everything else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And you cannot give your neighbor water when your spring is dry.
exactly, exactly. I love that.
Yeah.
Second, we have health, healthy minds, healthy thoughts, healthy feelings, and healthy emotions, and as well as healthy actions. We have to take a look at all four of these areas. So we have thoughts that are created in our minds, and we need to make sure that those thoughts are productive thoughts that are going to get us to our goal. We have to make sure that the thought process and the feeling process, when we're feeling a feeling in the body,
Yeah.
and if it's not in alignment with the thoughts, it's not going to get you to the goal. So understanding how a healthy mind really works is aligning the thoughts that are going on in the mind with the feelings that are going on in the body, creating the emotions that you want to get the results and taking action. And
Hmm.
this is the path to success.
Sure.
It really lies in understanding how to master that.
Yeah.
And then in the physical body, of course, physical exercise and eating healthy is a crucial part of being able to nourish the mind efficiently.
Hmm. And I'm told, as we can hear, health. If you don't have stable health, it's very tough, even to love and even to manage wealth. So
Yeah,
health is a first investment. Imagine if
absolutely.
I was in oxygen, or I have catheter here. If I have, I will not feel comfortable, and I cannot love when I'm in a very bad shape. So we are taking for granted about health. I think
Yeah.
we learn a lot today. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to build goals in health. It's something that we always need to work towards because health is always changing and you're getting older.
Mhm.
It has everything to do with everything. Your mind works better when your physical body is healthy. So
Yeah.
understanding healthy mind and healthy body is really crucial as well to build goals in. You can't achieve it if you're not building a goal. If you don't get out and you don't exercise every single day, if you don't choose mental thoughts
Yeah.
that are mentally enabling, you're not going to experience a more positive lifestyle.
Yeah, yeah, and on top of that, it's how individual can set goals, because if we have homes, we have gates, we have security cameras to make sure nobody's invading our homes, right?
Yep,
But how about our body? What filter do we have? We have
exactly.
to choose, and you must have goals. So if you are eating everything all the time, no goals. If you are not doing exercise, everything will show. There is one saying I'm always reminding people, especially youth. I'm telling them, garbage in, garbage
Uh,
garbage in, garbage stays, garbage stinks. So even if you are always just on your devices watching YouTube, watching this, just watching, it's like your mind is not a garbage place where you can just dump everything. So putting goals on what you're gonna eat, what you're gonna watch, what you're gonna read, and for what purpose, what goals do you have for you to reach there? If you are just embracing garbages, so
yeah,
garbage will stay and it will stink.
yeah,
That's why you can have all the bad stuff and bad behavior, because you got something which is destructive for your health and mental. It's a great thing. Health is a something we have to put goals and set goals on how to go about.
yes. And then the third part, of course, is wealth. Wealth is a key part of who we are. We have to feel a level of financial security, and you want to always create long-term goals for long-term financial goals and short-term financial goals. You also want to create the lifestyle that you want to live. This is important.
Yeah.
Then creating the career path that will make you happy. This is the key to happiness. You know what your path looks like because when you go to the job, it makes you happy. If it doesn't bring you happiness, don't do it. change your career path.
How
Create
about how about those who are saying, "Oh, I'm taking engineering because my dad is engineer, and I want to please him."
yeah, no.
You know, today we are here to know. Yeah, there was a day I found a lady who is working in tech. So it's like, tech, are you enjoying? And so, no, but my dad wants me to do this. So I think we are not pushing like you have to listen somebody or not. But what is something makes you happy? Yeah.
Yeah. I can't stress this enough. But we come through our parents, but
Yep.
we are not our parents.
Yep.
Come through them, and we have our own purpose, our own life mission that we came, to do and accomplish. And we
Mhm.
have to honor that, because if we don't honor it, you find later on in life, when you ask that person, are you satisfied in your life? You find them
Mhm.
very unhappy. And there's
Mhm.
nothing worse to get to the end of life and not be happy with the life
Mhm.
that you lived, because you
Yeah.
lived it to please someone else. So really consider that, because you owe it to yourself to take on the purpose while you're here. You owe it to yourself. This is your commitment to you to
Yeah.
honor
Yeah.
that purpose.
Yeah, and if you respect money, wealth, it will respect you. If you are not careful and setting goals, it will not come to you because
Exactly.
it's not a hypothesis. It's not something you just think and you take. If you are not setting goals, then you will stay there, stay where you are. Yeah,
Yeah. The financial goals are very important. It's very important to set them, and it's very important to work towards it and set intentions towards it.
yeah, you're right.
So here we have, what does it mean to be unique? I think you mentioned this earlier. There's only one of you in the world.
Yeah,
Use your mind and your looks. Embrace your talent and skills. You have the power within to achieve anything.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you are not doing, the community, the universe, they will suffer because it's you are here to do what you are supposed to do
Yep,
because you are unique. So we are little drops in the ocean.
exactly. Over
Oh.
here, I have the ego and the self. This is really, I encourage everybody to start to open up their self-awareness. Start to build self-confidence.
Mhm.
Understand that your self-worth is equal to your net worth in life. How valuable you value yourself is
Mhm.
going to dictate your net worth in how much money you will acquire. So, and the type of relationships you will foster.
Yeah.
So, understanding and building your self-worth is really important. Self-discipline is extremely important. This is
Mhm.
practice. It takes practice. It's just like if you're training for a team, or you're training for football, or you're training for soccer. It takes discipline and dedication and repetition of doing it over and over again in order to develop that skill.
Sure.
And then we have self-image. Self-image is very important in understanding that the way that you look at yourself is the most important thing of all. It's not about how the world looks at you. It's the way that you look at yourself,
Yep.
the way that you value yourself. Um, People will come along and they will try to attack that self-image of yours. And this is important, to hold your own and know that there's nobody like you in the world.
Mhm.
Anything, if they're launching an attack against your self-image, it's because of their insecurity. It
Sure.
has no reflection on you. And separating yourself from, you know, individuals that are not empowering you, or anyone that may be impacting your self-worth, your self-confidence, or even your discipline. If someone's distracting you and keeping you from your discipline, they've got to go.
Yeah. 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 Because if they will distract you, then We were born unique. We don't want to die copy
Exactly.
by listening, by just embracing other people's opinion about your how you look and how you know. But there is a thing, ego. Alia, can
It,
you talk about ego? Ego is a problem. What do you say about
absolutely. So ego is the I am label that we identify ourselves with. And the ego has two functions. It's the I am label and it's the wants and craves.
that? Yeah.
And I've had a lot of people that are, they have their goals and then they have their wants, but then sometimes they don't get their wants because they get their needs instead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the reason that that happens is because it could be an egoic craving to have the want,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not a need that is coming from the intellect.
Mm-hmm.
So the opposite of the ego is the intellect. And like I said, the ego is the egoic labels that are, for the most people, it's what's given to them. So
Yeah.
they don't choose their egoic labels. This is problematic with individuals because if someone tells you, if they tell you positive things, it's great. But if you have someone that says to you, you're lazy, the I am lazy becomes an egoic label that you will attach to yourself.
Yeah.
If someone says you don't have ambition, that is an ego label that you will attach to yourself. And you want to beware to not attach these labels to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You want to, and sometimes these labels come from the ones that are the closest to you. So it's opening up your awareness to that because those that are close to you sometimes might be well intentioned in the way that they're saying it, but you take it on into your subconscious mind and you make it part of your being.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Sure.
want to be aware of these ego traps because it will trap us into that space.
Yeah.
Um, the ego also has this desire for craving. So we have to be
Mm-hmm.
aware of what we feed the ego. When you see people that become addicted to things, addicted to alcohol, addicted to the phone, you can be addicted to the phone. It's that simple. It
Yeah.
doesn't take much. The
Easy.
addictive behaviors are pattern behaviors attached to the ego because the ego is the want, want, want. Think of the
Mm-hmm.
ego as like a young child that's like, I
Mm-hmm.
want this toy, I want that toy, and you're like, I can't take you anywhere. You just want everything.
So
But that's
without
the ego.
and if you don't have plan to suppress the ego, and that is you see how it is distracting and how it is killing marriages, relationship. It's like I instead of we.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So the ego is the biggest thing. We have to understand we can never really demolish. I've heard people say about ego death. I don't believe that the ego ever dies. I believe
No,
that
it is in a human being
yes,
DNA.
yes.
I
So I
can say.
believe that the intellect can choose the labels for the ego. So
Yeah.
that's what we should to do. We're looking to say if it's lacking self-confidence, it's I am confident because that's something that you're missing and that's something that you need to have. If
Sure.
it's self-worth, it's I am worthy. I'm worthy of the home. I'm worthy of the car. I'm worthy of the yacht, or
Love.
whatever it is you want, the private jet. I don't care.
There we
But
go.
but it's the I am worthy of these things and really, really owning that. And that's where you're taking intellect and you're saying it's not egoic to crave it. It's
Mm.
intellectual decision making to say that I want to accomplish these things. I want, it's more not of a want, but maybe it's more of a fulfilling a need.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Mhm.
So let's go on to
Okay.
the next one. Then we have the intellect and the self. The
Mm-hmm.
intellect has free will. The intellect chooses the path forward, and the intellect chooses the I am labels. I talked about this a little bit, where you're the one that are making the choices. If you're insecure, You have
Mhm.
to use your intellect to choose security. You have to choose to feel secure in the world. You have
Yep.
to choose to feel protected in the world. You have to choose to feel safe. You have to choose to embrace your uniqueness.
Mm-hmm.
These are
Mm-hmm.
all choices that we make intellectually. We choose to be who we are.
That's what is separating us from crocodile, everything,
Yeah.
living things, apart from human being. They cannot choose to use their intellect because they are not the thing. So it's something, as you said, you have to choose.
Yes.
Even if somebody is telling you the different from whom you really are, you have to choose to say, yeah, I deserve the best this life may offer.
Yes. It's a
Yeah.
conscious choice.
Sure.
Absolutely. And then the next, we have limiting beliefs. And what limiting beliefs do you have? Where did those beliefs come from? Are they truly reflective of who you are? And do those beliefs cause worry, doubt, and fear? Sorry, this like kind of cuts off a little bit, but that's what it says. Um, Worry, doubt, and fear, I'm going to start on the bottom, is
Mhm.
really something that we need to identify. Fear is a fundamental in our lives, and we have to recognize it doesn't have to be that way,
Mhm.
but it's a fundamental for many reasons. When a child is born, it's the mother's instinct to take care of that child because a human child is pretty helpless when they're born.
Yes, yes.
And for that reason, the mother strives but lives in a little bit of a space of fear because she fears something may happen to the child. So, through her desire to protect the child, she instills fear into the child. But if we understand this from a logical perspective, we understand where fear is built into us. It's
Mm-hmm.
not built into us from a bad intent. It's a good intent because you have to take care of the child. But every time a mother may feel fear because the child goes maybe near a pool or the child goes
Mm-hmm.
near the hot stove or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is that could be potentially dangerous, every time the mother says no and grabs the child, that's open subconscious mind that instills fear into the child.
Yep.
So fear is a fundamental that we're born with. It is our choice to take the path elsewhere and to have more courage in our life. So, as we think about the things that we fear, we have to understand that the limiting beliefs will never get us to our goals. And it's very crucial that we address worry, doubt, fear, anxiety, stress, depression, all of
Mm-hmm.
these things that we may be experiencing. It's very important to understand what it is, where it's coming from,
Mm-hmm.
and what is the path forward? Because the past has to be left in the past. So if it's something from the past, it has to be left in the past.
Yeah, yeah. That's why we need coaches to help us get rid of these limiting beliefs because naturally human being it's it's easy to go down than to go up. So these negative
Absolutely.
or limiting beliefs they will come like a stumbling block for you not to see the future, for not to see in the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs decision and setting goals, and it is a fight, and you have to put all the work in it. Otherwise, you're just living in the past, and you'll never go anywhere.
Yeah. Take a moment and write down what those limiting beliefs are just so that you can observe them. When we take things out of the mind and we put it to paper, it really allows us to look at it, dissect it, and be able to make the adjustments so that we can have the life that we want to live.
Yeah, you're right.
So here we have build beliefs of faith in the subconscious mind. Implant faith into your mind through subconscious programming. This is very important to do and to do this repetitiously. Just as if you can get addicted to something, it should be programming your subconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
want to program it through sight. So if you want to watch YouTube videos of the house you want to live in, hearing, if you want to listen to positive affirmations over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Positive affirmations are going to be way better than listening to music that is going to instill negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions.
Yep, yep, yep.
So these are all things that we really want to. I reflect on I think it was in the early 2000s when Beyonce released To the Left. I
Uh-huh.
swear everybody was breaking up with their boyfriends at that time.
Oh,
Because we get this idea and we
uh,
implant it into our mind, and it
uh-huh.
this
And
whole
it comes to life. So
and
that's
it
why
comes to life.
we have to
Exactly.
be very careful. Garbage in, garbage stays, garbage stinks, and they end up in
Exactly.
breaking. So like subconscious, you cannot see. It's somewhere. It will program itself. So having a positive things and good things, then you will not go with a flow. It's just go like the way the things are going. Yeah. But it
Yeah.
needs decision, very serious decision and setting goals.
Yes. It's very important, and it's very important to pay attention to where your focus goes. It's very important to pay attention to the things you're listening to, the visual stimulation, because these things are entering into the subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind is your autonomous mind. So
Yeah.
if you're looking at violence over and over again, you're going to experience violence.
Mm,
If you're looking at beautiful things over and over again, vacations and homes and
mm.
the fancy stuff in life, you're going to experience that. Wherever your focus goes, your energy will flow to.
Oh yeah, you
Immerse
nailed it.
yourself in that.
Yeah. So set up your mind, set up your eyes, all your senses to what you want to be.
Yes. Immerse your being in speaking and writing your goals. I invite everybody to test run this.
Mhm.
Record your voice with your goals and listen to it over and over again.
Do you hear that? Record your voice,
With your
not
goal
your words. Yeah.
in present time, in present tense, like the goals already accomplished,
Mm-hmm.
and writing your goals 2 times in the morning and at night, right before
You hear
bed
that?
and when you
Mm-hmm.
wake up in the morning.
Then programming will go on unconsciously, even if you don't know. But
Yes,
if you do what is right, like when the day is starting and when the day is ending.
yes. So when you go to bed, you're going to bed consciously with your goals in your mind. And this is this is amazing. It doesn't happen every time, but when it does happen, it really blows your mind. You may take a goal that you've written down at night and you go to bed, you fall asleep, and a dream comes along and it'll
Mhm.
tell you what you need to do, basically,
Yeah.
or give you some type of insight as to what maybe you should be doing. And then you wake up in the morning and you look at the goal again, and then you remember the dream, and then the day unfolds and you're guided. So to activate intuition, to activate higher levels of inspiration and intuition, writing the goals at night and writing them in the morning allows you to activate higher level of intuition and inspiration.
Yep. That's right. That's right. When you go to sleep, your mind is not sleeping.
Mm-hmm. It's not. Mm-hmm.
That's why you have dreams and everything. Yeah, you are very right. So if you that's why people, if they don't have a plan, you end up anywhere.
Yeah, most of
When I
the
was driving a few days ago, I saw something behind the car. You know how people they put something and they
yes,
say, work hard. You will make those dozens of capitalist people rich. So, but how are you working hard? Work smart. Set your goals. It's wake up
I,
in the morning.
I disagree with working hard. I work easy all the time. It's not about working hard. It's about finding solutions to make you work easy. And
Uh-huh.
that's the secret. Most top CEOs, they don't work hard. They work very
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, easy, and they have their vacation. Oh, my
Yeah,
dear, it's work, 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 work. Shift, 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 shift. Double, double, 16 hours, 24 hours. You just forget even self-care, like those three things we were talking about.
yeah,
So setting goals in the morning and the evening, then you go all the way to 1 week, all the way to 1 month, okay, quarter, a year.
yes.
How many years? Yeah.
And build those goals that are really worthy of you. Build it in love, build it in health, and build it in wealth. That's the ideal platform to build those goals. If you build it in wealth, every single night you're writing down how much money you want to earn every single week, every single month, or every single year.
Mm.
You're really connecting yourself to that goal. And then when you wake up in the morning, not only are you going to write down the goal, but you're also going to immerse yourself in the intentions for the day that's going to get you to that goal. So you're reminding yourself over and over again, this is my goal, that's what I'm working towards, and nothing is going to stop me from
Yeah.
achieving
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And even if circumstances just come up, it's like it's showing you this is not working
Yeah.
because your mind is something you remember your goals is not telling you like now you don't have money, but you see yourself a billionaire.
Yeah.
All
Yeah, you
right.
have to continue to keep pushing forward with the vision. Don't stop. It's all our
Mhm.
mental faculties. So we have to keep pushing with it.
Sure.
Repetition yields results. Create the immersive experience over and over again to change your habitual behaviors.
Mhm.
Anything that we do repetitiously is how we learn. We learned our ABCs through repetition. We learned how to tie shoelaces through repetition.
Yes. Mhm.
The path forward is through repetition. If you repetitiously write the affirmations that you want to see the change in your life, the change takes hold and you don't even know when the difference is, when it
Yeah.
actually happened. You don't even know. It
Mhm.
happens and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how I got here. How did I get here? It just happened.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, but because you are repeating unconsciously and you set up things like it's like how you have a garden, and if you pass every day, then it will be marked. But if you are not repeating passing there, there is nothing. The grasses will come up and nothing will be going on. Yeah. Huh. This is amazing.
Mental duality, where focus goes, energy flows. Think about
Mhm.
a spotlight and you're shining the spotlight. Today, I had a fascinating conversation with an individual.
Mhm.
Um, and they were talking about just, chaos and corruption. And
And
in in my mind, understanding mental duality, the only thing I could see is that if you're looking for that, you will find it.
you'll find, yeah, you are looking for problem, you're gonna find plenty of
You're going
them.
to find the problem. And if you're looking for the solution,
You
so
find them.
you'll find the solution exactly. And it's a question that we really look at, and we look at on a grand scale, because when we look at life and we look at culture and we look at who's successful, who's not successful, who's struggling, who's not struggling, it's where the individual's focus is going that is determining whether or not they're going to be successful. If
Mhm.
they can put 90% of their energy onto being solution oriented, and maybe 10% still a little bit, you know, negative
Mm.
or whatever. But
Yeah.
if the majority of who you are is rooted in positive, solution oriented, then
Mhm.
chaos, confusion, corruption, that will
Mhm.
not be a part of your life, because the majority of your energy is on something positive.
Yep, yep, yeah, you are the way you are explaining, I'm just getting this. even when the country is undergoing some things like wars and everything. But if you are, as you said, mental duality, if you focus like I will have a solution, then that's when you see people, other people are smiling when everything is falling apart. How comes? It's the mental issue.
Yes. And
Yeah.
you're always going to have this duality in life. We're experiencing a time in history where duality is at its greatest extremes right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much one way or very much the other way. And every single one of us actually really needs to be in the middle of the duality without putting energy towards the negative and without putting energy towards even the positive, but just staying in that neutral zone is the
Yeah.
sweet spot.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. But and you can avoid this problem of everybody does it.
yes,
Everybody does it. What do you have in you? What is your mental duality? Where do you focus your energy? If you are all people are doing this bad stuff and negative, those which are draining, then somebody can come up with a positive thing because you decided my flow will not go this way.
yep, that's
Mm-hmm.
so true. And then
Yeah.
next we have examples of duality. Here we talk about
Uh-huh.
chaos versus calm. This is how you would balance the scale.
Yeah.
So let's say maybe it's in the household, you're experiencing a lot of chaos. You have
Mm-hmm.
to choose the calm. You have to choose to isolate. Maybe you go for a walk, whatever it is, whatever your
Yeah.
coping mechanism is, you have to choose the calm. If you're experiencing confusion, maybe conflicting people are telling you different stories or
Mm-hmm.
whatever the case might be, you have to go
Mm-hmm.
out and seek the truth. You have to seek clarity in order to understand how to offset the feeling of confusion. You don't allow the feeling of confusion. You don't
Mm-hmm.
allow any of these things to last a long time. You don't
Mm-hmm.
allow yourself to be in the chaos so your body gets drained. No, you
Sure.
remove yourself. You don't allow yourself to be with confusion where you can't sleep at night. No,
Yeah.
you seek clarity right away. You don't allow yourself to complain about a situation. You seek the solution for the situation. If
Sure.
you're feeling hate, you understand that love is on the opposite side. So immerse yourself in love. Immerse yourself in happy if you're feeling sad. Put on some music, something that'll make you feel happy. If you're feeling lethargic, go exercise, take a cold shower, do something
Uh-huh.
that's going to
Uh-huh.
move your energetic field over to a higher energy. And
Yeah.
then depression versus expression. This is something I speak about a lot. A lot of people
Yeah.
experience
I hear you.
yeah, a lot of people experience depression, and depression is the suppression of expression. And I really want people to understand that the more they uncover what they're burying in their minds, the
Hmm.
the faster they can bridge the gap to leave depression behind them and
Yep.
step into a space in which they feel free to express themselves, they feel heard, and they feel a sense of appreciation.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
When
Yeah.
that happens, the depression fades away.
It's because it will like food. If somebody finds somewhere to express himself or herself, yeah, you're right. With all these examples, my dear Alia, it just we go back the power of choice in setting goals.
Yep,
Yeah.
very powerful stuff
You
here.
can just decide to be complaining and you will never like something to complain.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or
very
you can
true.
find just a solution in everything and you will find a solution.
There's
Yeah.
always a solution for every moment. I think a lot of people don't understand. They may spend 10, 15 minutes of their day just complaining about their job or their supervisor or whatever it is. And the 10, 15 minutes that they're spending complaining, they could dedicate the time to say, what can I do to solve this problem?
Uh-huh.
Because complaining about it, you're literally bringing it back to this. You're shining a light, only the light is on complaining. You're not shining
Mm-hmm.
a light on solution.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So
yep.
as we start to understand this, we can make those shifts and make those adjustments in the
Sure,
moment.
sure. Mm-hmm. You're right.
And
Mm-hmm.
here we have the final thoughts. Build big goals. It's very important to chase after big goals and do not settle for the little goals. Surround yourself with people who support your goals. That's important. Do not take your goals and give it to someone who will diminish your goals. You
And
want
distract you.
and exactly and take you off your path. You keep the goal to yourself and you work towards that support of that goal and achievement of that goal. Find a coach who can see things that you cannot. As
Uh-huh.
coaches, we see things in people that they cannot see, and we hear things because we have experience in dealing with many people and helping them to overcome their obstacles. So a coach can see things and hear things very clearly
Yeah.
you're speaking them. They understand what your affirmations are about your life just through a conversation with you.
Yep. Yep. By sharing safe space, express yourself. And guess what? They are coming with their own solution because
Exactly.
sometimes they just lack somewhere to express. Yeah. You're right.
And then work relentlessly towards your goal. I can't, obsession, relentlessly pursuing is the words that I choose to use because when I say that, I know it's so important to stay committed to it. And there are moments that are going to have failure. Collect the failures and create a path towards success.
Sure.
So as the failures happen, you just collect them. It's not a big
Mhm.
deal. It's not, oh my gosh, I failed. It's the end of the world.
No, just
It's
wake up.
it's a what do I do differently to get different results? And making that commitment to doing something a little bit differently is going to get you the results. Albert Einstein says insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Different. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If you
Different.
break that cycle, then you will see different results. So you try one thing one way and you see it doesn't work, then you look at a different way to do it. And then you
Yeah,
look at a different way to do it. And then you look
sure.
at a different way to do it
Until you find the right pattern.
until you found, there's a story I'm reminded of. The Wright brothers created basically the first airplane and got the plane off the ground. Now,
Uh-huh.
the US government had invested millions of dollars up until that point to on technology to try to to get a plane to fly. And
Uh-huh.
all of their attempts failed. And here are two guys that are brothers
Uh-huh.
that are, work in a bicycle shop, super simple,
Mm-hmm.
and they have come up with the creative idea and stayed committed to the goal and eventually got the plane off the ground. And
Wonderful.
we have to remember, like we take these things for granted, but even to the creation of electricity in our homes, it took multiple attempts. And
Yes.
then he was successful. And then Thomas Edison was successful. So
Mm.
multiple times we have to try at things. I believe his failures was like so extreme. I can't remember the number, like thousands of times.
Yeah, with electricity. Yeah.
Yeah. And
And
how many times does it take? I mean, some people they just fail one time and they say, "Oh no, I'm never going to do that again." And then you see
yeah,
individuals that are so persistent and so
yeah, even
relentless.
even the baby, if the baby would be fearing of falling down, nobody could walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. How many times did the baby have to fall?
So even failures, they are big teachers. Like this one was not working. Oh, let me try this. That's how unique even our experience are. Through experience, you will learn better on how to do a right job, a right thing. Yeah.
And to everybody watching this, join our community. We've got sublimeknowledge.com and UJ Life Coaching. I want to thank my wonderful host today, Miss Violet.
Thank you.
And check her out at Unique Journey Life Coach. And you can check us out at Sublime Knowledge.
And you are unique, and everybody's unique, and let's not take advantage of that. We are here for a purpose. We are
Yes,
not here just like in Africa. We have mosquito. They cause malaria in just 7 days. They are not living even ten days or 1 month. But look what they are doing for short time. Me and you, we are granted a long time, and we are enjoying life, and we're very unique. We have to set those big goals and stand for them. Thank you, Alia. That was powerful, and we can't wait to work with anybody who is interested.
absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Violet.